everybody, and welcome to all you fans in the Bay Area and, of course, here in Southern California. You know this guy right here, former Niner and former Bruin. He is J.J. Stokes.
Let's get to the game at hand. A game versus California Bears right now, and a game which the Bruins desperately need to stay in the hunt. And they prepared. As we talked to Rick Neuheisel and their coaching staff, they're excited about tonight's game.
Yeah, it could be a fun November, but one game, one down at a time. The old cliche for the Bruins.
Defensive coordinator Mike Johnson loves that. He challenged his team time and time again. Let's win at the point of attack. Right there, you see Wade Yandel, Kai Maeva open up the hole for Derek Coleman right up the middle, make huge play for a first down for UCLA.
And looking at what UCLA has already faced, they've already faced Andrew Luck, Nick Foles, and Case Keenum, three quarterbacks that know how to distribute the football in the air. And so this prepares UCLA to face a quarterback like Zach Maynard.
It's an excellent point, third down.
J.J. Stokes, do you think he needs to win this game in order to return next season?
I don't care how you slice it. If you're in the championship game, I don't think you can let Rick Neuheisel go.
I think they are the best young duo in the conference right now. There's nothing that they can't do on the field. You can put them in the slot or outside, and they have playmaking and game-breaking ability.
Any chance at all that they look at this going, oh, it's 6-6 UCLA, we've got this in the bag, they take UCLA lightly?
No, there's no chance that happens. Chip Kelly isn't that guy, and I don't think he'll allow his team to be that team. These guys are already looking forward to playing in the game. You hear some of the quotes, we can't wait to this championship game. They're excited, they're hyped up, and it's at home. I think SC matches up well with Oregon's speed. I think SC's defense is more aggressive, one of the more aggressive teams in the conference. And so when you hear that, I think it's going to be a close game.
J.J. Stokes is in the hot seat today. And J.J., it wasn't just about defense today.
It definitely wasn't. We found Alex Smith's comfort zone, and it's in four spread receivers, allow him to make everything happen.
At what point do you think he changed his mind?
When he realized Jacksonville was the 25th ranked pass defense, the fact that Rasheed Mathis, their best corner, is inactive today, and a little convincing from Jimmy Ray, I think, helped them get into the four-receiver offense.
I'm not sure. The boundary corner is going to face one-on-one coverage with Marvin Jones, and right here, Hester plays him for that out and breaks along with him, steps right in front of the play. That is about sinking your hips and coming out of the break, anticipation, and his intuition was right. He came up with a big play for the Bruin defense. It's no question why they run left. They run behind big Mitchell Schwartz, the anchor of this offensive line. He down blocked and then gets a cut block, blocking two defenders on that play, allowing Isi Sefele to explode down the field. And this is the great decision-making. You see him decide to keep the ball. Every time they seal the edge, it allows Kevin Prince to keep the ball in his hands and run up the sideline.
Can USC run the football like they did a week ago against the University of Washington? Can Curtis McNeil have that big game? He was dominant against the University of Washington. Can he have that same domination against an Oregon Ducks defense? I actually got a chance to see the game in person and see Matt Barkley perform. He was outstanding. I mean, his understanding of the defense and getting the ball into his playmakers' hands, he has two of those guys, Marquise Lee and Robert Woods. Did a fabulous job of getting the ball, distributing it to them, and let them do the work.
Keeping a team out of the end zone was gigantic for that defense today.
It was definitely huge. When you look at what Ron Grant did last week in 127 yards against this 49er defense, it was mandatory for this defense to really step up, facing Maurice Jones-Drew, who is a formidable, actually leads the NFL in touchdowns. And usually you stick to what you do best. And for Mike Singletary and his staff, they thought the run game was best. But as he just mentioned there, they do have several playmakers, and Josh Morgan, Vernon Davis, Michael Crabtree, and the list goes on if you add Jason Hill. So you have to play to your strengths, and they did it. They made the switch more than halfway through the season. And this is definitely a good effort on D side. What I liked initially was that the defensive line really set the tempo. They attacked the point, and they really got after Case Keenum and Cotton. Those guys didn't have time to do the things they wanted to. They disrupted the quarterback's rhythm and allowed the secondary to really stand up. Here you see the deflection for interception, and they played excellent, but the secondary benefited from the upfront fours.
You know, he was trying to compete for the starting job, but ASU may have found their quarterback for the next couple of years.
I think they definitely found it, and the funny thing, just watching him, you see how athletic he is, and then you hear that he's played basketball, so he has that lateral movement. He was able to elude a couple of tackles and really get into the end zone a few times.